everyone, it's Cathy here from Someday Consulting, and I am so excited. Some of you have been asking me about it, and today we're going to be talking about Reels. Now, first of all, what is a Reel? So a Reel is basically a video that is 30 seconds or less. It doesn't have to be the full 30 seconds. Now, some of you are saying, how is that different? Like, don't we already have videos on stories, or we have IGTV? And yes, those are all different ways that we post and communicate on Instagram. But Reels are a new specific thing. They were originally Instagram's way of competing with TikTok. So if you remember at the earliest times in the pandemic, we'd see a lot of the videos and people were doing dance moves to the different like music and things like that. That was what TikTok started at. And then over the last few months and things have evolved. Some people are using them for entertainment purposes. That's a huge part of our social media, but now people are using them more for education and things like that. Featuring different things, like for example, in the wedding industry and that, you might be doing quick little before and after segments. So what does the room look like before you do the decor, and what does it look like after? Very quick instructional videos, do's and don'ts, those kind of things are all great ways that we can incorporate and use Reels to help promote our businesses and things like that. You still see a lot of people having fun. So you might see, for example, people come in and they're in one outfit and then they jump into like another pair of shoes and they're in another outfit. And you know, there's sometimes a bit of a story in between that as well. And that's in purely entertainment, because that's also what social media is. So anyways, some of you have been asking, so I promise we're going to get started here. We're going to incorporate a few new techniques, video techniques in here today. So I'm not promising it's going to be perfect, but there's a phrase that I like to use: done is better than perfect. So I'm going to model that today, but hopefully we're going to have some great information here for you to get you started and get you on Reels to help improve yacht following on your Instagram social media. Okay, let's get started. Take a look at your profile screen on Instagram. So this should be what you're seeing. And profile screen, as always, if you look in the bottom right hand corner, there's a mini logo that matches the one that you have posted right at the top by your profile. So we call this your profile screen. Now, if I go over 3 icons to the left, there's a button there, and as I said, a little sticker, and it kind of looks like one of those cut boards that they do to introduce a scene that's being filmed. And that is, if you want to watch some Reels, a great place to start. So let's just click on that for now to get an idea. So right now, here's a Reel. Isaac was at grandma's all day and forgot he had an identical twin. So we're looking at the expression on this kid's face, and it makes us laugh. This is definitely something that is purely for enjoyment purposes, which we all need right now. Okay, let's just go on.
No.
There's another, as I said, different ones we go through. And a lot of these are related to maybe people we follow or things that we like. This is also, as we said, what we call kind of the Instagram, showing us Reels of people that we may like, we follow, and things that we like and comment on and engage with. How do we take that next step? How do we start making a Reel? Okay, there's kind of 2 ways to do it. So first of all, there has been some updates to Instagram. So one of the things you want to do is make sure you're on the most current version. And for the most current version, up here at the top, you're going to see that plus sign. And when I click on that plus sign, that's going to allow us, and we get choices. It gives it to us right here. Do we want to make a regular post? Do we want to do a story highlights? So those are the highlights, are what we see on our profile page here. Let me just go down again. And then here, kind of along the bottom, are highlights. So those are things that we want. They've originally come from stories, but we want to put on our page to help promote them, and so people see what it is that we're doing. So back there, we hit the plus, story highlights, IGTV, obviously what I'm doing today, and then finally Reels. This is what it looks like on your phone. Well, except you'll see your face instead of mine. So couple of quick things. So we're in Reels, and you see that there. It's marked here at the bottom of the screen. But there's some things on your left side here, stickers. The first one, it says 15 is when it normally comes up, probably about, I'm going to say 2-3 weeks ago, Instagram made some changes and updates. And one of those great changes is now you can go up to 30 seconds because 15 is pretty hard to do. So first thing I'm going to do is just hit that there. And now it's saying that I can do and record up to a 30-second video. Now, the next one, it's going to be depending on what kind of account you have. So there's like some music notes there. If you have a personal Instagram account, or if you are an influencer account, or a creator they call it, you will be able to access music soundtracks that you could put in the background, or they might be just part of your video, okay? And I'm going to call mood or ambient music that you want there. Because I have a business account, it's grayed out, so I can't do that. But as I said, there's some tips and tricks sometimes, ways to work around it, but we're not going to worry about that now, okay? Those are things I'm going to say, Reels 2.0, okay? The next button down, just so we know what they do, is speed. So when I hit that there, we can either, when we're filming something, we'll be either able to speed it up or slow it down. Once again, I think for now, you're best to start with just leave it at this speed. And then some of these techniques we could look at a little bit later as we get some of the basics covered, okay? This one I know some of you will be interested in, and those are those filters. Okay, so these are your effects, and they come up here across the bottom, and you can see different ones. And let's see here. Oh, I don't like that one. Okay, so, oh no, now it's beautiful sky is falling and filters. I got to be honest, I don't try to use these a lot, but I know for some people, they really enjoy them and have so much fun with them. So if I wanted to film my reel with this in the background, that would be what I would choose. And once again, there's a whole bunch of different, oh, I definitely don't want that many people. Oh, the holidays are coming, so there we go. So as I said, you've got a ton of options, or we just go back to normal, okay? The other thing that we have, which is also a bonus here, is you've got a timer there at the bottom. So if you're going to film your reel, you can kind of almost give yourself a countdown or head count into it. Obviously, it says 0 to 30. You can choose what you need to get started. We're just going to leave it at 3 seconds for now, okay? Now, obviously, the best part is we want to actually start filming the video, okay? So maybe even let's go back here and let's see what's going to happen. Oh, blue, and there's snow falling. So let's say that we're going to film the video with this. So I'm going to push the start button and let's see what happens. Hey, so this is Cathy. We're looking at filming reels and getting started. This is what's happening. I can see the count there at the top, and I'm going to push stop now. Okay. So we have recorded the first part of our video, and the idea of Reels is that you are doing it and can put a few videos and things together. So if I go back and I click here on the left side here, and I can watch, there's my video. Hey, so this is Cathy. We're looking at filming Reels and getting started. This is what's happening. I can see the count there at the top, and I'm going to push stop now. All right, so we've got it there. If I don't like it, I can push the done. I can throw it in the trash if I want, or you can sort of trim and clip. The other way to go also and get a reel, and I'm going to do this here, is if you take your finger and you just works in stories as well, by the way, but if you scroll up on your screen this way, so I'm just going to flip this up fast, you open up a bunch of things that were filmed in the last 24 hours, okay? So I could also choose any of these. So some of these were from actually the reel I was working on last week, but that's a way that you can access previous videos. So some people are super spontaneous and can do it right there. Other people like that safety and comfortability of going back and filming videos a few times, and then so you could go back and choose that, okay? There's another sticker here that appears now, and this is what they call the align sticker box, okay? And it's kind of out of focus right now, but the idea is, especially when you watch people do those videos where they start in one, they jump into new shoes or different outfits, what you're trying to do, and I can't, okay, maybe that's close, is align a video And for example, we're continuing on with the video, so it's trying to be as seamless as possible. Okay? Now, even then, let's go back a bit. And for example, we're continuing on with the... So we've got our first video. Hey, so this is Cathy. We're looking at filming reels and getting started. This is what's happening. I can see the count there at the top, and I'm going to push stop now. Hey, so this is Cathy. And for example, we're continuing on with the video, so it's trying to be as seamless as possible. Okay? And for example, okay, so but you got the idea. So you could put two segments together. Once again, when you're trying to do the align stuff, not sure that's in Reels for beginners. I think that's something you want to maybe get a bit more experience with before you do it. However, let's show you a couple more things that you can do. So let's say you've got your video. Remember, it doesn't have to be the full 30 seconds. You could do, as I said, just one video. You might compose and put a few different segments together. Okay? The arrow that's here on the right side here now, and I'm going to click that. Hey, so this is Cathy. We're looking at filming reels and getting started. This is... Okay, so we're starting that video, but maybe this is where I want to add some text. Okay, so for example, let's just say Happy November. So I type that in. Of course, I chose bigger words instead of shorter ones while I'm doing this, okay? Same as with stories and stuff. I can go to the top. What's happening? I can see... I can go to the top there. I can choose whether I want it to be right justified. I can want it in the center. Wait a minute. Count there at the top. Sorry, there it is. So within that screen, I can choose whether I want it on the left, the right, centered. I can choose if I want to change, like if we're going to have a winter theme, maybe I want blue text. Okay. Maybe I want, let's see. Okay. So it stands out a bit, a cover behind it. And then I believe also, whoops. Well, let's just go back and put November in. Okay. Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to turn that one off for now. But that's there. And then, of course, I can move that around. Hey, so this is Cathy. We're looking at filming reels and getting started. This is what's happening. I can see the count there at the top. And I'm going to push stop. Okay. I've just put it on back to text again, so it'll stop the sound. But when I go back to that done screen and push that little square box and things, that also now gives me choices to put stickers in or GIFs or any of those other ones there in the middle and add those to the screen. Okay? Now. And then once you play around with some of those guys, now, as I said, I hit that arrow there on the right side. This now takes me to the write a caption screen. I could change the cover as well here. Okay, so if I do the cover, I could leave it like that. If I want to make my own in Canva or something like that, I could do and change it. So let's even look here, add from camera roll. And I don't have one right here. But, and of course, okay, Halloween doesn't have anything to do with the Happy November, but that could say I just can choose a picture. That could be my cover. And as I said, this doesn't match at all, but then I could write the caption and things like that. And when I am ready to share it, then I can push share at the bottom. All right, there you have it. We got some of the basics. I really encourage you to go give it a shot, okay? It's not going to be perfect. Nothing rarely is when you first start. But whether maybe you're going to go out and catch a bit of a sunset, maybe you're going to just introduce yourself and tell people what it is and what you do. But make it something simple. Don't worry about editing a bunch of videos together or anything like that. But make a simple video and start working on it and take that risk and put it out on Reels, okay? We all have to start somewhere, okay? As I said, then also watch what other people are doing. Look at some of the people that you follow and you admire and how are they using Reels, okay? We don't want to copy what they're doing, okay? I don't ever endorse that, but I do want you to look at it and get some inspiration and ideas from people who are a little bit more experienced. And as you build some skills, then what we can do is look at some of the other fancy moves, whether it's aligning and doing jumps into costume changes and stuff like that. But anyways, can't wait. Please show us what you're doing. Okay, tag us at Someday Consulting and so I can see and check out. Tell us in the comments below, all of that. We want to hear from you. So look forward to it. Best of luck. I can't wait to see what you start doing on Reels. Bye for now.